everyone, it's the Cake Lady, and I have my little Cake Lady right here with me. And today I wanted to talk about a subject that's a little debated in the baking world. It's made from scratch cakes versus cake mix. And I think there's two definite camps on this issue. A lot of people only use cake mixes, love them. Some people think it's horrible if you use cake mixes. I kind of do a little bit of both, but mainly I do use the cake mixes, I'll admit it. But recently I was asked to do some cupcakes for a wedding, and somebody gave me their recipe and I followed it, and they turned out really, really good. They were good. It was a good cupcake, but it had a lot of ingredients. There was about 11 of them, and so that got me to wondering, which is better, cake mix or made from scratch? So the things I like about the cake mix is they are very few ingredients, and everything is mixed proportionally. You got the right amount of baking soda, baking powder, things like that. So usually your cakes will come out the same every time. With made from scratch, you can mess up measuring one thing and it could be off. So to give a good comparison, we're going to get kind of scientific here. The first thing I did was break down the cost. So I picked out the cheapest cake mix that they had at Walmart. It was 88 cents. Plus all the other ingredients, the total is going to be about $1.40 for 24 cupcakes, which is a really good deal. With my recipe here, 11 ingredients, I just priced the main ones because it's hard to price how much a fourth of a teaspoon of salt is, or half a teaspoon of baking powder. So with all my big ingredients, it's $3.80. All right, so there's a bit of a price difference. The next thing I'm going to do is time myself, how long it takes me just to go from mixing my ingredients to getting them in the oven. And we'll see what the time difference is on that. And then I'm going to have some of my family members, maybe Sophie, and some friends taste test them for me. It'll be a blind taste test. They won't know which one's which.
I have like a mask we can put on.
Oh, you want to be blindfolded?
Yeah, I have like a unicorn mask. It's my sleep mask.
Okay, maybe we'll do a blind, literally blind taste test. But anyway, they won't know which one's which. And then I'll get the data from this little experiment and see which one, the made from scratch or the cake mix. I have my own theory, hypothesis, which one it's going to be. But I'll wait and see what happens before I tell you what I thought. So check back here in a little bit and we'll see how things are going. Hi everyone, Cake Lady here. I am excited to share with you the results that I got from my experiment that I did with the cake mix versus made from scratch cupcakes. I did bake them last night, and I'm about to, you can see here, I'm all set up, ready to let my kids do a taste test. My son's working on some schoolwork, so as soon as he gets done, we will do that taste test. But I wanted to share some observations that I had from baking last night. First of all, it took about 25 minutes to make the made from scratch cupcakes, from measuring out all the ingredients to mixing to putting them in the oven. About 25 minutes, not counting the time it took to let the eggs and the butter sit out to get to room temperature. If you remember, those cost about $3.80 for the whole recipe, which makes 24 cupcakes. The cake mix took a little over 9 minutes from mixing to oven. Those cost about $1.40 for the entire batch. Now, strangely enough, I only got 21 cupcakes out of the cake mix, which normally I get 24, so I'm not really sure what happened. With the made from scratch cupcakes, I got exactly 24. One thing I noticed was, and I'll post a picture here in a second, the cake mix cupcakes rose much better. They were a lot bigger, a lot taller. The made from scratch cupcakes, they pretty much baked up to the top of the liner paper, and that was it. And I used a cookie scoop to make sure I put the same amount of batter in each cupcake liner. Another thing I noticed was the made from scratch cupcakes were a lot thicker. They, when I would scoop it into the cupcake liner, they kind of held little ball shape. And the cupcakes that I made with the cake mix, it was a much thinner batter. It just kind of pulled in there. My husband's a minister, and today they had a staff meeting in his office, so I sent the cupcakes with them and had asked everybody to try one of each cupcake and let me know what they thought. The results have kind of surprised me, and maybe what I thought isn't normally what other people were thinking. What I predicted in my mind happening, not necessarily happened. So I'm excited to share those results with you. Like I said, my kids are going to take this taste test challenge now. I've had a busy weekend for cupcakes, and I just wanted to show you this. I thought it was funny. This is a 7-pound, where does it say it on there? 7-pound bag of powdered sugar that I got from Costco. If you have a Costco nearby and you do a lot of baking, this is a really good deal. It's a Domino, let's see if I can open it up. I cut the bag because it was getting short. That's a Domino bag of powdered sugar for a little over $4 for 7 pounds, which is a phenomenal deal. So go get you a big old bag of powdered sugar from Costco. And but you can tell I've had a busy week because I went through probably 6 pounds of powdered sugar or more. I did probably about 7 batches of my buttercream recipe, which is about 14 cups of, no, more than that. 4 cups per 28 cups of sugar. So definitely is a good idea to buy in bulk when you're going to do that much baking. But anyway, here in a minute we'll have the results from my kids' taste test challenge, and then I'll share with you the rest of what I found out. As a baker, this has been a really good experience for me to get feedback on what people really like. I kind of thought I knew what they liked, but it turns out I don't know as much as I thought I did. So this has been a learning experience for me. All right, check back here in a second and we will see what the kids think of those cupcakes. Okay, here we go. I have my professional taste testers here, Braden and Sophie. They have been waiting for this moment all day. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, one of these, Sophie and Braden, one of the cupcakes halves that you have is my made from scratch, and the other one is my cake mix cupcake. So what I want you to do is taste one at a time. Tell me which one you think is the made from scratch and which one you like best, okay? So try the one on your right first.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let me try this first.
Okay, just take one bite or two just to kind of get it in your head what it tastes like. Okay, what are your thoughts on that one?
I gotta say cake mix, but
Okay, well
It's pretty good.
try the next one, the one on your left.
this is hard.
Okay, now, yeah, get one without the icing. That's a good idea. Okay, so now, which one do you think was the cake mix cupcake? The one, you think that
I
one?
think the left.
Okay. Which one did you like the taste of better?
Left.
The left. Okay. You want to know what you ate?
Yeah.
The one on your right was the made from scratch.
What?
And the one on the left was the cupcake. So you both, the cupcake mix, I'm sorry, the cake mix. So you both liked the cake mix one better. What did you like better about it?
Well,
I don't know very much.
just the flavor of it.
You like the flavor?
Me too.
Okay, interesting.
Can I finish it?
Go for it.
Wait, where's the other half?
Braden's eating it. I wasn't gonna let you guys eat 2 cupcakes. That's silly. So together you get 1. All right, thanks for your help, guys.
Popo.
Okay, well, you heard it. My official taste testers voted now while they were split on whether or not they could determine which was the made from scratch versus the cake mix one. They both preferred the cupcake version. I mean, the cupcake version, the cake mix version, which is interesting. Yeah. So here it was unanimous. They liked the cake mix cupcakes. Now, my husband had his coworkers do a taste test for me, and they wrote down. I asked them which one they preferred, and I asked them which one they thought was the made from scratch. Now, not everybody wrote down which one they thought was made from scratch, but the ones who did all picked the correct cupcake. They could tell the difference. Out of all of the ones that tried it, though, a majority of them chose that they preferred the cake mix version of the cupcakes more than the made from scratch. Really, they only won by 1 vote, so I guess it's still pretty much a tie. So what I learned from this little experiment is, yes, there's a difference. I really thought before not too much of a difference, but obviously there is a difference. There's a difference in price. There's a difference in how much time it takes to prepare them. There's a difference in the size, how they rise, and the batter. And there's also a difference in the taste and texture of it. Will I stop using cake mixes completely? Probably not. There are ways that you can make a cake mix taste more like from scratch, whether it's substituting butter for the oil, adding an egg, taking out a little bit of the water and adding in some sour cream. There's a lot of different ways to make a cake mix taste a lot more homemade or made from scratch. Will I explore new made from scratch recipes? Probably. I think I had enough feedback for pro made from scratch cakes to go ahead and try something a little different than I normally do. So this has been a really fun little experiment, a fun little thing to try out. You guys like it too? Mm-hmm. It was a fun thing to do. Y'all kind of got the better end of the deal. I did all the work and you got to taste test it. Anyway, so if you ever had wondered, cake mix versus made from scratch, there you go. I think it still comes down to a matter of personal taste. But, you know, this sheds a little bit more light on the subject than I thought. If you've ever done this, if you've ever tried cake mix or made from scratch, or maybe you just have an opinion, why don't you comment below and tell me what you think. Are you a cake mix person, or are you a homemade made from scratch recipe person? Let me know. And if you haven't had a chance yet, please subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. And anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. And from my kitchen to yours, thanks for tuning in.